Two local boys aren't just living with a chronic disease, but thriving. Naperville News 17's Evan Summers has their story.
With each breath, Lou DeFalco has already won. That's because breathing doesn't always come easy to the 10-year-old who has cystic fibrosis. Michael and his 8-year-old brother Dylan both have the genetic disease that affects only 30,000 people in the U.S.
Cystic fibrosis is a type of glue that you're born with in your lungs, and it makes it harder to breathe.
It's multifaceted, and it basically, the body's response to this mutated gene is it creates this thick, sticky mucus that causes a lot of problems. So the mucus builds in the lungs, can cause chronic lung infections, loss of lung function over time, and it also impacts the digestive system.
To combat cystic fibrosis, or CF, the boys must do multiple hours of respiratory therapies each day and take several dozen pills a day to help them digest food.
I recently estimated that they've probably had over 250,000 pills between the two of them so far in their lives, and 13,000 hours of respiratory therapy so far.
But do they let all that slow them down?
Never. I don't let it get in the way because I think I can do anything even if I have CF.
In fact, the boys stay very active. 10-year-old Michael is on a travel soccer team and plays basketball at the YMCA, and 8-year-old Dylan does competitive gymnastics. And both boys are on the Huntington Estates swim team.
They're both very athletic, which is good for their general health and good for the lungs. But you would look at them and you wouldn't think there would be anything different about them. But they do a couple hours a day of treatments. They need to take multiple pills every time they eat.
Beyond building endurance through sports, they've also been spreading awareness and raising funds, as the Huntington Estates swim team dedicated their annual Coin Wars competition to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation this year in honor of the brothers.
From the moment of diagnosis, our family has thrown ourselves into raising money, advocating, working to find a cure for our boys. And to hear others in the community who want to help means everything.
Despite all of the challenges they face, the boys still jump headfirst into all life has to offer them. Reporting for Naperville News 17, I'm Evan Summers.
The Huntington Estates swim team raised over $500 for the CF Foundation through this year's Coin Wars competition.